All right, let's talk about Facebook groups, shall we? So, if you don't know, anybody can create a Facebook group, and the requirements to create a group are very, very simple. And I know probably a lot of people are like, "This is TikTok. Why are you talking about Facebook groups?" Well, one, Facebook groups are where I like to get a lot of the content I use, especially like funny things, but more so because I think there's something people aren't aware of. So we're going to use a local group that I'm in. I haven't named this group before. And this is going to be specific to the Colorado Springs area. So if you are from Colorado Springs, I'm going to try to tag this as best as possible. But if you're from Colorado Springs, you may be in this group. That group is the 411 for the 719. And here's where this group is a problem. If you didn't know, well, it's supposed to be, informational for Colorado Springs. It is a realtor ran group. It's all realtors and finance guys. What I've noticed here is where this group used to be about getting information about the Colorado Springs area, it was people helping people. The group took a hard shift to realtors plugging, I guess, ads is what you'd call them. So in a more recent post, one of the real estate agents slash finance guys was trying to say that the reason the housing market here was bad is because of the buyers. It's the buyers' fault, is what was essentially put in there. That it's the buyer's problem. And so the only problem I have with this is that the groups, there's no regulation for the groups on Facebook. So they kind of honeypot all the people in and then swap them real quick. So this group has always been ran by realtors. Other groups, a lot of the comedy Facebook groups that you have or meme groups, what I often find with those is the pages are loaded up and then I don't know if they're sold like some black market way or what, but it ends up being ran by somebody not even in the United States, either to like India or something, and you start seeing the moderators change out. You start seeing the group mods become something completely different. So, not that Facebook is like the best place for us to be, right? It really is kind of a terrible place, but the group stuff is really quite weird. So, be aware that if you're in that group, the 411 with the 719, you're basically packaged into a portfolio of people they see as potential customers. And I've also noticed that anytime you mention anything about home, buying or selling or financing of any kind, you immediately get someone popping in to try to sell to you, whether you wanted that or not. And I've seen that numerous times. I'm still in the group. Why am I there? For comedic content, I end up seeing a lot of stuff there that becomes hilarious, and I have a couple other groups I'm in, and I sometimes present that content here. Sometimes I'll say it's from a group I follow. I do blur the names out. I'm still going to use that content. And same with other groups. I've used other groups where I do that because sometimes it's just funny to use the content. So anyway, have you noticed this on there? Are you a part of that group? And have you noticed the rise in real estate stuff being shilled at you constantly? If you have, let me know. If you're in that group, great. Just, know that I post content from there. So, but yeah, just wanted to get that out.